Hello, legendary leaders, and welcome back to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites LLB with Fatah Khan. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, a mid career transformation coach, a TEDx speaker, and an author. Today, I'm going to share with you not the present, but the future in terms of what is the future of work, what does the future of work look like, and why is it important? It is important for you as a leader to know what does the future of work look like, and then you can prepare for that so that you can create a beautiful future for your employees and the organization. So stay tuned for this important and interesting topic, which is five top trends for shaping the future of work. What are these five top trends? First of all, as a leader, we all need to understand that staying updated with the future trends is very important, because if you are not staying updated, then you will become outdated. And we all know anything that is outdated, then it does not actually have any value. Especially if you come from the IT world, if there is a software which is outdated, or there is a, like, even if you see mobile phones, right, you have the upgraded versions and all. If you're not updating those things, then your mobile is not up to date and it cannot actually have all the features or the best features. And that's why people go for upgrades, right? People get for the newer version of the phones and all. So as a leader, it's important for you to stay updated with this, which about what is happening in the work environment, in the workplace, especially the future of work. How does it look like? If you're able to do that, it will help you big times in your success and the organization's success. So, what are these top five trends? Let's jump into it. Number one trend, we all know it. It is remote and flexible work environment. Now, we all know post pandemic, right? Pre pandemic, it was a different situation altogether. When we looked at workplace, it was more of physical workspaces, everyone going to the office, being there, available, right, in the office space, meeting colleagues. All of that was like more of a physical setup where people were meeting each other, greeting each other, right, being with each other, eating with each other, right? Physical workspace where there is a workspace where people are seated, they go, swipe in, log in, all that was there. But how does the future of work look like? Post pandemic, we know the future of work has changed. It is not just about being there physically present. It has become more of virtual world. It has become more of remote and flexible work environment where employees also expect that they have the remote and flexible work environment. See, of course, before COVID, we were not open for this. We did not knew how it looks like. Of course, some of the countries still had this, like US, of course, had a lot of work from home culture. But especially when it comes to India and Asian countries, we were mostly going to offices and being there, right? But then post COVID, we saw a different setup altogether, where our home became office, where we were not like physically present there. We were at remote places and we were still able to operate. And the organizations also saw that it's a win-win situation, and that trend continued. And today, if you see, that trend continues, and that has become the future of work. So you need to see how you look at as the future of work, which is remote and flexible work environment. And because of this, your leadership style will also change, because now you're not meeting people physically, so you will not be able to understand the emotions and body language and everything. The way you look at it has changed. So you need to first of all adapt to the remote work environment, and you need to allow your people to be still available remote, and you need to understand how do you make them work when they are in a remote environment. But of course, the expectation of each of the employees, if you see, like if you see even today, there are people who are ready to resign from big organizations if they are not allowed to have a flexible work environment, if they're not allowed to work from home, or while they are traveling to their hometown villages, they want to work from places that they would want to be in and they would love to be in. So, as a leader, you need to understand this is going to be the future of work. This is already the future. We are already living in the future. Post COVID, things have changed. So, you need to understand this concept and you need to learn how to manage remote teams, how to actually make this facility available, and how do you actually be able to still be a great leader by managing all of these things. So, that's number one, remote and flexible work environment. What is number two? Number two is emphasis on employee well being. again, this is something that was already there, but post COVID, it has become more crucial, the employee well being. Because this is something that people realized during the COVID that, hey, of course, employees, when it comes to their well being, it is crucial, especially when people saw their own colleagues dying, going through a lot of challenges, especially the mental challenges with their emotions going up and down because of losing their loved ones, their family members, right? And because of which they were not able to contribute the way they were able to contribute in the past to the organizations or to their teams. Now, as a leader, you need to be able to understand this and you need to be able to emphasize on employee well being. Because if your employees are not happy, if your employees are not emotionally strong, if you're not able, if your employees are not able to take care of themselves emotionally, then they will not be able to take care of the work. So you need to emphasis on emotional well-being of your employees, right? Mental toughness, I think, is the most critical thing that you need to look at it. And as my mentor also keeps saying, it's 80% mindset, 20% skills, right? So when it comes to mindset, when it comes to mental toughness, as a leader, you need to focus on the mindset of the people, on the mental toughness of the people. Because think of a scenario like if you have a team member reporting to you and he or she is in charge of a project, right? And the project does not go well, or the client actually rejects certain things, and that person takes it personally. How does that affect? That will affect the team, entire team performance and the project, because that person has not been able to take the feedback or take the rejection or the failure, because of which that person is not able to perform and the entire project suffers. Same thing, if you look at any leader under you, as a leader, if you have multiple people reporting to you and people are going through multiple challenges with their emotions, be it their personal life or professional life, do you think they will be able to perform the best? No. So you need to take care of this as a leader, which is more of focusing on prioritizing and emphasis on emotional well-being of employees. That's number two. Number three, digital transformation and automation. And this is the trend today, and this is the trend of the future. What is it? Digital transformation, and of course, automation. Everything is getting automated. Today, Chat GPT is everywhere. Today, AI is everywhere. Artificial intelligence. Today, we see bots everywhere. Like you don't see any more customer service agent. You call up any big company, it's a bot you're talking to. It's a bot which is answering your questions. So a lot of things are getting automated, and automation is going to continue. Whether you accept it or not, it's going to continue. Automation is the new way. Automation is the future, right? This is going to stay, and this is the future of work. Automation. So you need to see how can you automate a lot of things as a leader. How do you actually, first of all, accept automation? Because one of the things that I've seen, the challenge for leaders is they are not able to accept automation because they see it as automation is going to take away a lot of jobs. Now, it's the perspective you give to yourself about automation. If you see automation is going to take away a lot of jobs and you are afraid, and you as a leader are not able to accept it, your teams will never be able to accept it. But if you see it as a positive change, think of it, automation, if you see from the perspective of all the low level of tasks, like level 0, level 1, getting automated, people will be able to get freed up from the mundane activities that they have been doing, from the activities where they don't have to use their mind. And they, what do they get because of that? They are able to now go to the next level where they start working on the level 2 activities, which needs a lot of thinking, and which needs creativity and innovation. So is it a win-win? Of course it's a win-win, because when you automate all those level 0, level 1 activities, for you as the organization, you are first of all saving a lot of money, making a lot of money, you're able to give effective results to your customers. And on the other side, you are actually allowing your team members who are stuck at level 0 and level 1 tasks to go ahead and move to the next level of level 2, level 3, level 4, where they learn these things, become equipped, and then move ahead, right? And as a leader, it's your responsibility as well that you help in the digital transformation, right? Of course, as team members, everyone is responsible for their own career growth, for their own growth in every aspect, be it digital transformation. But as a leader, you can enable them, you can empower them, you can train them, and you can provide those opportunities and the resources and facilities for them to get digitally transformed. So that's number three. What's number four? Number four is DEI initiatives. What do I mean by DEI initiatives? It is diversity, equity, and inclusion. We all know diversity is very important in any organization for the organizations to grow, especially in today's world. It's all global, right? Even if you see the startups in the first few years itself, they go global because you see opportunities are open now. The doors are open globally, whether it's from the Asian countries, European countries, or whether it's from America, wherever the opportunities are heavy, huge. So what happens is when you are operating at the global level, you need to have diversity. You need to actually go ahead and diversify. And diversity, again, it's not just about the age, it's not just about the gender, it's not about just the region, it's also about the perspectives. When you are able to be like bring diversity in the perspectives, be able to be open and accept the diversity, that's when growth can happen. And of course, apart from diversity, is also equity and inclusion. See, inclusion is where, as a leader, you are providing opportunities and including everyone. It's like the fair deal for everyone. Everyone is inclusive in the particular thing. And diversity and inclusion goes hand in hand. So those are the DEI opportunities, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And the last one is hybrid work models. Now we know, right? One was the physical setup or the physical model where people used to go to office, be there physically present, and all of it. This was pre-COVID. Post-COVID, like during COVID, what happened is we started seeing that more of work from home, more of remote. Post COVID, some of them moved into work from home, some of them stayed in the office, and it became a little hybrid. And this is also the future. The future is the hybrid models, wherever you need like people to be in the physical space, especially like somebody who is into the networking domains, or especially somebody who is into the server management or whatever, these kind of small activities or the critical activities where people need to be physically there or people need to be physically available during some days, right? This is where you need to look at hybrid model, because hybrid models are going to be the future of the work again. Because not everywhere you might have physical offices, not everywhere you might have remote work. There might be a combination. So you as a leader, you should understand where to implement which model, where to actually bring physical model, where to bring the virtual model, where to bring remote work practice, where to bring physical work practice. So when you are able to bring this hybrid model, combination of all these things, you can succeed as a great leader, because people love when they are understood, cared, and when they are given the flexibility to actually work from different places. And whenever there is a need, you bring them into the physical office, they will be very happy to do that. But you should know what is the priority, how do I manage it, how do I balance all of these things. So if you are able to take care of that, your employees will be happy. So to remind you and to summarize once again all of this, the 5 top trends that are shaping the future of work. Number one, remote and flexible work environment. Number two, emphasis on employee well-being. Number three, digital transformation and automation. Number four, DEI initiatives, where D stands for diversity, E stands for equity, and I stands for inclusion. And number five is hybrid work models. As a leader, if you are able to understand this and then bring these 5 things in the future of work and be able to practice this and implement this, you can become a legendary leader. So thank you once again to you for getting into the process of becoming a legendary leader and following me and watching me on this episode. Until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you.